Welcome back to another Digital Adventures Let's Build. We are going to be making the hardest maze game I've ever made today. And I'll show you how to do that. So, first thing you need to know is we are going to have our character, our dot, our sprite here that we control is just going to be a tiny red dot. And that is so we can fit a huge, complicated maze inside of our game. Now, where did I get this maze? I found it on the internet, actually. So you go ahead and search giant maze, and then you should find some black and white mazes, which would work really well for this. And so, yeah. So it won't quite fit on the screen right now, but we're gonna do a little bit of coding, so this maze game's amazing. In our game, we aren't actually going to be moving the player. We're actually going to be moving the maze around them. In a top-down view. So all we need for this dot sprite that I have is a when green flag clicked and a go to 0, 0. Go to 0, 0 will send them straight to the middle. And also, just for added ease of coding, we can make sure this dot goes to the front of the maze in case you don't want to get stuck behind, you can't find it, because there he is. There's my dot. Very hard to see. Probably may not be able to see it right now. So, but we'll zoom in for you guys. Let's go to the maze. It's not going to take a ton of code here. The first thing I want to do is I want to make sure this maze is huge. So I'm going to go over here to where it says size, and I'm just going to go 999. And it zooms in as much as Scratch will allow, which is 148, which is okay. Just gonna have to deal with what they have. And that's what it looks like. So this is already pretty intimidating. You can see the little dot there if we zoom in really, really close. Okay, but we don't want to start at this part of the maze. We want to start at the top left, which is like the entryway. So we're gonna program that. Now I kind of went ahead and already found the numbers for this. If you have your own maze, you might have to change these numbers up until you get to the right spot. So I'm going to use go to X and Y. After when green flag clicked, I'm going to go 336 and minus 219. Press the green flag, and there we go. I will zoom in. There's our starting spot. Incredible. This is going to be incredible. Nobody will ever beat this maze. I'm just going to say that. If you can manage to play this game and beat it, I will be impressed. Okay, well, how do we move around? We're not going to move around. We're actually just going to move the maze, and it'll look like we're moving around. We're going to need a forever loop, of course, and then if statements for each direction that we're moving. So we're going to do for. If. And we'll find our sensing keys. So this code you may have seen before. It's very popular code for moving up, down, left, and right. And there we go. And we're going to go to motion blocks. And when we move, we're actually going to move opposite, because when we move to the right, the maze needs to move to the left. So if we go up, we're actually changing our Y by -1. And we go down, we change our Y by 1. And the left and right arrow to the left will be 1. Usually it's -1, but this time we're flipping it around because we're controlling the maze. Okay, I'm using 1 at a time because you'll notice he's still pretty fast. Like, we're getting through this maze. But look, I can cheat. Look, just go right through it. We don't want that. That's no good. So we're going to create some boundaries here. We're going to do it based off of the color black, which is my maze. And every time a movement occurs, I will check and make sure that I'm not touching a black wall. And if I am, we reverse the movement. So it almost as if it never happened. If touching color Now, if the black maze touches the red dot, that's how this is going to work. So I'm going to have to use my color picker, and I'm going to have to get a perfect... Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Okay, this is quite challenging. We're going to have to press the green flag. There we go. Let's go. Let's get it perfectly dotted. Nailed it. Okay. Change X by now -1, and if we hit a wall, we're going to reverse that. So we're going to say just 1, +1. We're going to take this code, and I already did something wrong that I'm sure everyone's done at least 100 times, is I'm using X instead of Y. Gotta use Y. Can't mix up X and Y. That'll create a funky game. Down arrow, -1, it's the opposite. Pull this down and take the Y block out, and this time change X -1. Change X by 1. Let's go ahead and test this out. Full screen. There we go. I don't know where to go. So because the maze is so huge, you can't even see the end. So this is the ultimate challenge. Go ahead and try this game out, and the link below. You can steal this maze and try and make it even more challenging if you'd like. Find your own maze, add some of this code. It's a pretty simple game. We can also add a finish line if we would like to. If we go into this maze here, we can create some sort of finishing here. I'm gonna go with green. Okay, yeah. So if you can manage to make it to the green dot, good luck. This was the Let's Build today. Pretty quick one. Not too challenging to program. You go ahead, find that maze online, and you can create just the most giant, massive, impossible maze. That's the Let's Build for today. A giant, crazy maze that I'm sure nobody will ever solve. You know, you can go ahead and make your own giant and crazy mazes. Let me know. I will play them. I will see if I can beat them. Please like and subscribe. I'll see you next time, and thank you for watching.